Hey guys, Dan here from Canada Abroad, and thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're just bringing you an update on the express entry draws, or the lack of express entry draws that we've seen. It has now been over a month since we saw the last express entry draw, and that one was a targeted draw as well. So it has been quite some time since we've seen anyone selected. And at this stage, it appears that it could be due to an issue with the online portal itself. You may or may not know, depending on your application type, but IRCC implemented an update to the express entry system that saw them requesting Canadian postal codes for anyone who had listed a Canadian institution, either for work or study, or address on their applications. So if you have an express entry profile and you haven't checked it recently, number one, go in and see. You might find that your education history or your work experience history no longer says complete, but says in process. The reason for this could be that you have not entered the postal codes required. So if you have any Canadian work experience or education listed on your profile, make sure you go in, you insert the required postal code, and then instead of hitting save and exit for the whole application, you hit continue, and you'll be asked to sign the application again. And then once it's transmitted, the forms will all change within a few hours to completed instead of in process. And then the second issue that people were seeing was once they got an invitation to apply, if they had dependent children over the age of 18 that were in Canada, there was a problem with them being able to add them to their applications. So IRCC still has not managed to sort out that issue. So they've been granting extensions for people who did receive an invitation to apply and are affected by this. They've been given an extension past the 60 days, basically acknowledging that they haven't resolved this issue. So we may not see another draw until that issue has been resolved, because there is going to be a delay for some people in submitting their applications, and they don't want to issue a bunch of new invitations to apply to individuals who are not going to be able to submit their applications within the timeline. So it could just be an issue that once that technical glitch is corrected, we will see the express entry draws resume. Now, IRCC usually uses Twitter, or now X, to provide these updates. So if you do check their X account, you will see that they have pinned that piece of information that there is still a technical glitch and it has not yet been corrected. So you can monitor their X account to see when that is either removed or they update it to it has been corrected. That will be a good indicator of when we could see these draws resume. But in the meantime, like I said, if you have Canadian work experience or Canadian education listed, you're going to want to go in and update it with the postal codes and make sure that those changes are transmitted. So thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Canadian immigration news and updates.